Hello, everyone. Speaking of low, camera's a little low. There we go. Let's put that a little bit over. There we go. You can see the lovely bats. Very seasonal decorations. Hi, how you doing? Hope that y'all are doing well. Live viewers are probably stuck in ad hell because it's just a thing that happens. I've accepted this reality now. This is the one that Twitch has us live in because it's not very good as a service.
Well, they gotta make money somehow, and if you keep dodging it,
I mean, I was trying to overlap the ads with the nice, song that I had commissioned, but
that's
apparently
not what they
that's
want.
not allowed.
That's not
So,
that's not a draw.
I know, but
Secret content. That's the secret.
secret content. So here's the secret content. The secret content is me complaining about Twitch. Wouldn't want to miss that. Hi, welcome back. We're doing more Riven tonight. Hello, Freya. Halloween, yeah. It's that time of year. I think it's official now. Like we kind of start talking about it pretty much immediately once it hits like September. But it's the equinox is the word, right?
Yes.
I always there's another word that's not equinox that I always
Solstice.
solstice, thank you.
Solstices was when light or dark are at a max.
And then like an apex.
Equinox.
And equinox is when they're equal.
Equal.
Right. And I always get those mixed up in my brain. Speaking of brain, hope I didn't miss too much Riven. You've missed none Riven with Left Puzzle. Hey, Bedroad. Solstice and Equinox are also both video games. That's true. We streamed one of them. Spelled a little bit differently, but similar idea. And we're possibly in the end game for this one, which is neither of those things. Given where we ended last time, we have fired off all 5 of the lasers in the nowhere space, and now we have a color orb puzzle with some dials. We might have the dials in the right place because we figured out the number system thing, which I'm very happy about. But we don't have the orbs in the right place. Although looking at the VOD, I think we briefly had the orbs in the right place before we had the dials in the right place. And then I moved the dials and moved the orbs. And if I just left the orbs and moved the dials, we might have figured this out already. Immediately after stream last time, as happens with puzzle games in particular, but I think with just games, period, sometimes, like immediately after game, I had an epiphany that was helped, in fact, by your epiphany on the puzzle for Sentry Island, for the elevator, the one that took us down to find the camera feeds.
Yeah.
Where we saw Catherine in her jail cell, where we met the whale, to whom apparently a lot of the locals had also been sacrificed, and where we learned the color association. Yeah. That elevator is also a 5x5 grid thing, and it involves 5 orbs that get keyed in. You had put together that the tetrads, the blocks that have to be put in places, were representative of the islands. And like there's one little small one that's Prison Island, probably. There's one huge chunker that's almost certainly Jungle Island, because it's just far and away the biggest one. And going back to that puzzle, there's also one orb per each of those blocks. When you put them together, there's a brief moment where the blocks disappear, and then the buttons that tell you what buttons to key in for the secret elevator code come up. It's one orb, essentially, per block, which means it's one orb per island. Which means, while on the Sentry Island version of the puzzle, all of them are copper, so they're not color-coded, because we know what color symbol is associated with each island, we can figure out what color each orb is supposed to be, because we can match each one to each island. So we know the location of each one, and we know the color of each one, so we should be able to place them all in the puzzle thingy.
So no kidding. this revelation came at like 3:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting there going, "Huh?" And
Yeah,
then he goes, yeah, you're right. We should save this for stream.
yeah. I tried to explain all this in the dark because my brain wouldn't let me
Yeah,
stop thinking about it. But I went back and I wrote it all down, and now I'm explaining it to you all by way of filling it in. But yeah, so we met. Did we get to Prison Island? Was that just last stream?
yeah, that was
Yeah.
just last
So
stream.
we got to Prison Island. We met Catherine. We found the sixth of um, the locals' secret statues.
And symbols.
And the symbol that we had actually guessed already because it's this one. It's the one that's on the screen here. It's the Riven symbol. But we found it proper style.
And we got a photo.
And we got a photo of it, so we got that one. Catherine told us about the Outpost 233, which we also knew about already. So we got some redundant information. But we found out that we've got to go get Gen. We found out that the key lock to opening her cell is another freaking sound-based key code thing. But she told us that Gen has the password and he's in Outpost 233, which is presumably behind the book that we now have. We've activated all the orbs, which is the first thing. Figured out that we could have gotten into the spinny eye orb thing in Century Island the whole time. We just had to eyeball it, which was I was happy to have put that together, but I was also like,
a little bit.
Crap, I could have done that this whole time.
Yeah.
But what matters is we got there now, so we activated all of those. So yeah, now we just have the book. I think we have the knobs in the right place because of the number system and the notes in Gen's lab. If I'm right about the orbs based on what you have about the islands and what I have about the colors, if we put all of that together, we put the orbs in the right place and we press the button and nothing happens. I think the next step is to go back to Gen's laboratory on Boiler Island and rip up the floorboards because that's the only place that we have like Gen's insights on stuff. So if this doesn't work, I think we got to go back there and just poke around and see what we missed or just poke around. But right off the rip, we might have the solution to this puzzle already just from the stuff that we already have. So last time was a very
how Riven puzzles work.
Yeah,
honestly, it's anthropology as much as anything else.
Right, and it actually it makes a lot of sense to me that would be it. Also because the room downstairs from this has windows that point to each of the islands with the color symbols for each island. So like, it tracks. Like it makes sense that that's also.
We don't have to go back to the island to the other island then.
Well, so that's if the colors are right. If the numbers are wrong, if the dials are wrong, then we'd have to go back because that's
okay.
yeah.
I had heard originally we have to go back to Century Island to look at the pattern for the whole thing.
No, we don't have to do that.
We've got the colors. We've got the pattern.
If I've got the numbers wrong, we have to go back to Gen's laboratory. But that's the one that I don't know 100% if we've got everything on. All right, let me catch up on chat.
Yes.
I was thinking Equinox, the isometric puzzle adventure game for the SNES, Solstice, the isometric puzzle game for NES, and yes, Jasmine is just off screen. Princess, would you like some camera time? Well, too bad you're getting it anyway. Yes. Hi. Oh. There we go. Hi, baby girl. How you doing? Can't sit down with a sound-based key code. It's musical chairs. Very good. There we go. Hi. You haven't gotten some actual, like, proper stream time in a while. Here. Is that better?
Has she had her old lady meds?
She has had her old lady meds.
All right.
Our 16-year-old baby girl is now on arthritis meds. Not that she behaves like it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, we saw you running around earlier.
It's true.
Today.
She is the Grey Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Don't worry, Jasmine. When we meet again, we'll tell him exactly what you think of him. All right. She might be a little upset because Bast is also in the exact spot where her like cushion normally is.
Her spot.
And so like things have been. It's less that you're in her spot. I think it's more that like things have been moved, and no one asked her first, and how dare. But all right, never mind all that. Let's actually remember to switch the game to the main screen for once. And let's see if I'm right. So I did a lot of ranting in the pre-roll. You know, when's that ever happened before? But let me like show y'all what I was talking about because I think that will illustrate a bit better. Because, I also want to spotlight something that I did not know before I did this. In order to save us walking back to Sentry Island, I went back through our notebook
Yes.
to see if we had a screenshot of the thingy that had the islands and the pattern to see if just so that we didn't have to like walk all the way back there just to double check it. And we didn't, which made me a little bit sad. And so I'm like, well, hang on. What if I reload just an earlier save? Because we had a save point here. I'm like, I'm going to reload an earlier save where we're already there or close to there. And I'll go and I'll take just a regular like Windows screenshot. And then I can just sort of load it up in OBS to show it off, no problem. And then I discovered something. The notebook is save file agnostic.
Yes.
It's like a proper actual notebook.
Yes.
So, which is I love that they I mean, I guess if you have multiple people playing on the same account, maybe it's not as great, but I love it just for our purposes because I went back on a different save file, took a screenshot, and then came back to our main save file, and it was still there, which is just very handy. What I also love, I'm going to point at the screen, y'all won't be able to tell. You can see the seams, so like that's Prison Island.
Yep.
That I'm pretty sure is Boiler from the like big
The
lumpy
L shape.
Yeah. This down here I think is Main, the little like the actual
L.
like thin squeegee. The box up here is Sentry, and then this chonker is Jungle. All right, so based on that, all right, so all right, so blue is Prison, green is Main, red is Jungle, Sentry is orange, and then purple is Boiler. All right, so then orange, purple, blue, red, green.
I feel like these patterns are also maybe associated with the animals.
Yeah, because the whale would be on Jungle.
Yeah, they collected all of the various colors through multiple pathways, so that if you didn't catch it one way, you'd catch it the other way.
There is genuinely a lot of redundancy. Once you start seeing the patterns, you'll see confirmation of it, which I really like because it's like if you're half sure about a thing, there's lots of little things to be like, oh, well, if that is that, then this is also there and this is also there. So you've got like, oh, okay, well then that you can double check yourself. All right, so then blue is up there, red is there, green, purple. All right. Okay. We already had this. I was already confident on that, as confident as I was on anything else. Now, I don't see any difference here. Head back down with that in place. I don't know that that's going to look any different until we press something else. Hey, Al, welcome. I assume if that was correct, it would do something. But I don't know that that's correct either. It seems like it would... I mean, those look like... Those look interactable, but also you can't reach them. And we can't go around this thing. There's some
Do we
other...
have the colors right? Can we check the colors against the windows in here?
Yeah. Alright, so that's Jungle. And that's red. That's... Sentry is orange. Okay. Next thing to double check would be like the shapes, I guess. But
Spoiler.
yeah. And that's, yep, purple is the straight up and down. Shapes seem kind of correct. I mean, we're sort of guessing on those. We haven't seen a vertical map anywhere. We could go back to the murals, because that's the other place that we saw the shapes. Right, this is the one that's leading all the way out to...
yeah, that's prison.
Prison Island. That's blue. The vertical with the dot. And this is right here. And that's green. Okay. Which also, I guess, process of elimination. But...
Unless there's some other, like, piece that we are actually missing with interface.
Yeah, I mean, that's... So that puts them... That puts them in there. There may also be some other button... Like, hang on, is this... This seems like a socket is the thing that's really weirding me out. Like...
Yeah.
I don't know if we're supposed to do something with that. Let's walk around this thing again. Is there... Oop, hang on. These... Thing about this is a lever. Can I send you down without us? No, okay. Yeah. And like the other option is that these are incorrect.
Yeah.
I like that I can actually interact with them from here. So what we had numerically, and these were the ones that I was the least certain on because they're from like combinatory numbers and guesses about rotational numbers that are all based on the number things. Well, no, I think we've confirmed those with this number system though, so that's fine. All right, so... Oh, hang on. Is wrong. But how do we... Because blue should be 13 and purple should be 12. Well, interesting. I just noticed that. These two are reversed. But we can't move them past each other.
Does that mean we have something in our number system wrong?
That might mean we have something in the number system wrong. All right. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So it is probably that then. So let's look at our number note, which... Okay, so... Let's specifically look at blue. All right, so blue we were looking at literally looks like it's 2 and 10 on top of each other. So I had been assuming it was 12. But it's possible that it's like...
So but that should be higher than 12.
Would it be 22?
Maybe, but does the scale go that high?
So if we look back at... On the... Because we'd been assuming that one of these has to be 0 to go into, like, negatives.
Right.
So if each of these assuming these notches are 1.
I think it's safe to assume that.
All right. So then that was like, this was -10, this was -5, this was 0, 5, 10, 15. It capped out at 15.
What if we count it from red at 0? Or red is the lowest.
Red is the lowest. This would be -7, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
-2.
-2. 3.
3.
8. 13.
2.
18. I think, right?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and put purple on 18 and just scale the other ones and just see if that works.
So the other problem is that we've still got the issue where by this number system,
blue.
Well, no, hang on. Yeah, no, let me go back to because it's still, so purple has to be more than blue because I don't see a way to get those. All right. When we were originally putting this together, I was layering them over top of each other. What if it's the rotational thing? So if it's 2 here, and then it becomes 2 plus 5, and then it rotates that way to become 10. At what point does it go back to that? Right, so 1, right, 1 plus that is, okay, it's 5, all right. 2 plus 5 is 7, okay. Right, 3, 5 is 8. Those all make sense. Yeah, we have no precedence for this symbol.
I hate suggesting it, but we could read his fucking diary and the dates.
You're right.
And I call it that with a reason, because I don't want to go back and read it.
Yeah.
But
you're right. That's the... all right. This up. But yeah, it's the only, like, sequence of numbers. Oh, do we have... Actually, before we do that... I don't remember. Aha, it is that button. Here. No, he's just using that. Alpha. Okay, that's Catherine telling us about 233. And I think the other one is the prison book. Yeah, okay. Ah. No, please. I don't want to click on that. Thank you. All right. Well, we knew there was a chance we were going to go back to Boiler. At least I'm more confident about the orb placement.
Yeah, yeah. Hang on, turn around. Just... Alright.
Chicago, 5 again. That's a reference just for us. I'm gonna be so annoyed once we find out what that number is. to the door sound.
And we're sure it's not 12.
At this point, I'm sure it's not 12 because we can't move blue past purple. And purple is definitely higher.
What if we have blue and purple reversed?
I'll go take a look. You mean as in the symbols for what blue and purple are?
Yeah.
No, I'm confident of that. So, I don't even know what that is. So like, wait, now I'm at.
There's this slightly little grumbly, like, pencil eraser action going on right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Yeah. I transferred them from one page to another. All right, so maybe that is 12. Okay. All right, so let's just let me just double check while we're here before we go anywhere else. So we're still thinking that rotates every 5, which would put that at 13. Okay. And yes, okay. Nope, sorry, you were correct. Why did I write that? They're even in the right place.
Skills?
Brain, weird. Okay.
So wait, we actually did.
So, but that means that something else is wrong.
Okay.
So we probably still have to go here anyway, just for something else. All right, let me check the other ones while we're here, because if I missed another one up. Okay, so that's red, which is 2, 7. Okay, that one I'm dead on accurate. -7. Green is 5. Okay. Yes, that is blue, and it is. Assuming that's 12, which is still a hell of an assumption, and that would be right behind. And that's orange for Sentry. Would be -3. Okay, so yeah. Thank you. So we did have those in the wrong order, or I had those in the wrong order when I switched pages. Which just means that something else is incorrect. Now this was also the one that had... What was the note next to it? Counterintuitive part of Fire Marbles is that a greater strike force does not always yield the maximum energy output. Optimal strike force base value, blah.
So wait, hang on.
Hang on.
When we did the map,
Mm-hmm.
we reversed the numbers according to the symbols.
Mm-hmm.
Which symbol did we use for the symbol? Did we use that page or that page?
When I was doing the orbs,
Mm-hmm.
I was going by this one, because this is where I have the colors and symbols next to each other. Where I'd screwed up was when I had the values. Apparently switching from that page to that page was where and I'd only done those two wrong, apparently. Which is weird, because they're in the right... I don't know why my brain did that. But yeah, so these we have these correct here, which is also why I didn't notice them.
Okay.
But yeah, so the orb placement is right. Head back to boiler. If it's buried in Gen's, like, 15-page journal somewhere, it will be a little upset. That doesn't seem likely.
No.
So I'm not banking on it. Doesn't seem like it would be on this thing somewhere. That doesn't. No. To the lab. infantry. I'm second guessing myself on everything. Boiler, prison. I mean, yes, okay, that's all correct. Yen's journal, the perfect place to hide clues. No one would intentionally look there. You're correct. I was so confident that was him. It doesn't seem like there's something else we would have to, like, pick up and bring all the way back with us from the lab. That seems...
excessive.
Thank you. Egregious, yeah. There was that other fire orb, but it's so far out. I am confused. You need to borrow. Let's go see if I just clicked past something too quickly. Are the solutions the same every time? If you knew them, could you just run around implementing them with no research? So there is an option to randomize, which I did not choose. So presumably yes. If you don't enable that option. Otherwise, I don't think that option would be there. I know that in Myst, like with the constellations, they're the same every time unless you choose the randomize option.
Yeah.
So I assume it would be the same. Right, this is where we gotta do, like, this, and then this. This way. Now that I understand that... One second. I don't think this is gonna be it, but... There's a half-burned book down in the furnace right below the lab. I don't think we have any way to read it, but just had a, like, half of a thought here. Because when we found it the first time, I was like, oh, neat, a book, and then we just immediately moved on.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, there's not something in the book that we need now that makes sense. And there might not be. It is journey book. No, okay. Just making sure. Lab theory, or like the theory that the answers are going to be in the lab, still seems the most promising.
Yeah, best bet at the moment.
The first time we were here, we didn't know what most of this stuff correlated to. Now we know what we're looking for. There's a chance that this stuff will have more meaning, possibly including the journal. Because he did talk about some stuff in the journal that might help us separate wheat from chaff here.
I just don't want to read
I just don't want to read it, because this is the worst, is the thing.
Ew.
Yeah, because you, exactly. Fruit. This is the journal. Okay, so just looking for... Alright, there's that same number. This number right before it here.
So 3 and then just before that, it does look like it would be an 11.
Right, that.
So 10 plus 1.
Yeah.
Assuming that these are day to day, or nearly day to day.
So like 312.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 10, and that would have been 3. All right. Okay, so.
Hey.
Oh, come back.
The ages have numbers.
Which 99th age?
Huh.
And that's 90, differs from 98.
Hang on.
98.
Isn't this artistic-y thing.
Yeah.
Can we go back a page?
Can you go here?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay, our symbols. All right. So, and this is the directions the lens is pointing out. Okay, got it.
5 discs later be recombined for application to the book. Installed 5 changing stations within the expanse. You apply a separate band of the total energy needed. The magnetic tube system will then convey the charged marbles to the... Okay, yep, we
Got
see
it.
that.
Okay. Okay, hang on. Let me just take a quick shot of that. So, because this is confirmation based on essentially like if we figure out what one of them is, we can figure out the orientation of the rest of them going like clockwise around it. Like I'm pretty sure we've got the ones correct, but this way, we know for certain. 5. Connect to the dome on each of them by a nexus of pathways. Rather than shortcuts. It's talking about like the spinny eye things.
Yep, that's the insides.
Give me the final piece. I'm so mad that we're actually finding answers in the journal immediately. It's fine. This is fine. I'm just talking about the nowhere place. Contained with runic plates. One thing I like about both Mist and Riven is that usually you can tell the pages that have significant stuff based on the diagrams. Function. Send it back into name.
Hang on. I've tracked the stars and I've proven their paths are cyclical, but without proper instrumentation, there's nothing more I can learn. I wonder if that's the thing beside the rocket.
Yeah. It's essentially like an observatory.
Yeah.
Because it does show like star patterns.
Yeah. Suggests a vacuum as one might expect in space.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. This is the Steam thing connected to the same device. Okay. This is the weird spider thing.
Yeah. What I'm hoping we can find is the dial.
Yeah. Number 5. There's no way the combination is 555 555 555 555. No, there's no way. But it would be funny.
Hang on.
This is the beginning.
I mean, catalog. Right. Just.
Boy.
Codex page? Still yet to determine how to deny color symbology. Okay.
6-color system. We haven't seen yellow anywhere, which is still weird to me.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. Next. Okay, this is the microbe and the hollow.
Yeah.
Music instruction. Okay. Okay. Next. Sorry, this is going to be very boring for everybody else.
Yeah. Y'all have heard us read this one once, and it wasn't great then.
Yeah. On the other hand, consider this your stark reminder that perhaps you should learn to read and write cursive.
It's also giving me a chance to just think through the other pieces we might have missed.
Okay. This is where he destroyed the
Right, this is, yeah, I
book.
was realizing this is talking about the one that's in the furnace downstairs, yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
8. Wait. Back
Hang on.
up. Full spectrum of energy is too great. So to say to break it up.
Mm-hmm.
5 discrete frequency ranges. Alright. 5 charging stations. Alright, so each calibrated. Unit 2 system. Okay. Next. Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Next. Finally linked to a new age. bleak and barren world, perfectly suited for my purposes. Move my office and living. What's there?
Now, I don't remember seeing this, so it makes me think that we're going to find this when we get to 233.
Probably, yeah. Okay. Builders, maintainers, surveyors, bookmakers, and educators.
Mm-hmm.
Chemical analysis. Okay. Sunset Village. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's an early hint as to where the path to Tay is.
Hey. Okay.
And that's it.
That's it. All right. Shall we go look at the fire marble?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the first thing that we...
Let's make sure there's not a frog underneath there again.
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah. Just gonna leave it up. Make sure there isn't anything I've missed. Ooh. Hello? I mean, I don't think there's anything in here, but...
Oh. Unless something...
Oh, wait.
That's how the rocks get back downstairs. It's a trash chute.
I mean, I don't think that helped us any, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Can't do anything with those. These. Right, okay, so... Turn this back off. I think this is the test button? Yeah, okay. This is just...
So the thing that stands out to me here is that this is the exact same. So there's a 5 in the arrangement of the lines.
Yeah.
The scale is the same. It starts in the same location, ends in the same location.
Right.
Can we...
Do we think this is telling us that this is 0? That's a guess.
If that's 0, then where does the top one line out?
If that's 0, then everything shifts down. Everything shifts to the left by 1, because we'd been assuming that this notch was 0, because it just seems significant to that. So we would just move everything to the left by 1 from where it's currently at. But it would fit.
Yeah.
But that's, again, that's a wild-ass guess. That's based off of this graph being in the middle.
Yeah, but if we're trying to make sure that everything lines up for, like, the numbers that we're putting in, it would be a 0.
Everything, gets to green. So that's it's not 0, it's the midpoint.
It's the midpoint. It's the peak point.
Got it. Okay. All right, so that's what it is. We don't need a 0 point. We need this notch. Okay. That does make sense. All right, so that's what we're balancing it around. Okay. That's the thing we're missing.
Because we didn't really have a 0.
We didn't have a 0. We were
thing to a 0.
That's what we need, everything to balance each other out, because that's what he said. He needed to split them out amongst the different components. Okay, I think that's what we were missing.
So the marbles determine what energy is coming from which one.
Right.
And then the scale determines the strength of the energy from each location. So it's setting what and how much.
Yes.
Which explains why there's 2 controls.
Yep.
following the back to standard Riven behavior, which is there is logic to the engineering once you figure it out.
Yeah. So we just need to balance them all against each other so that we get to green, essentially. Okay. That's what we were missing.
And you know what? If we use Cursive, the boomers win. Honestly, we all win. My grandmother's writing was tiny, and like 3 people in the world could read it, and I was one of them, and that was great.
I mean, I like having multiple ways to read and decipher. Yeah. So like,
also
learning cursive
like
as
pens,
well is nice.
If you like fountain pens, cursive genuinely makes more sense for you.
That's fair.
Them. And if you have hand issues, fountain pens, try it. Much lighter pressure to use them.
Like, I like being able to read and understand cursive. I also
lots of really pretty ink colors.
I disliked it for a while there, and I understand that this is no longer the case, and I'm happy about it. I disliked for a while that it was essentially the, like, one and only standard in script.
It should never have been the standard in script. I've seen your cursive. Please stick with draft.
No, that's the thing, was that I was very happy to later discover the idea of essentially small caps or drafting script, which for me was both easier on my hand and for everybody who had to read my writing was much more legible, while still being able to write at speed or scribe at speed, so I could read my own notes later or hand them to somebody else to be read later. And it was like, oh, so really what we need is lots of different ways to read and write.
Yes.
And that's really a lesson in and of itself. All right. And you know who needs to read? You know who needs to learn that lesson? The guy whose butt we're about to go kick.
Yeah.
See, we tied it back to Riven. Got that.
Mwahaha.
All right.
And also, I got to at least briefly pitch that fountain pens are awesome, and you should try them.
Listen, any excuse to talk about fountain pens.
They're real cheap now too. Just saying.
Nope. Wait for the door. We need multiple ways to do lots of things that different people find easy for different reasons. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. That is actually the meaning of accessibility. Makes me very happy at any opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah.
Button. And by button, I mean lever.
Click the button.
No way. Okay, cool. So that makes me happy that we didn't like. It was not a useless trip, and also, I think we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
But I think I was also correct about the orbs.
Mm-hmm.
But we still needed to go back to the lab anyway for an entirely different thing. So it's like, it's the best of both worlds. Potentially. Why do we have that lever? Wrong lever! Eartha Kitt, you were one of a kind.
Mm-hmm. Some of her early interviews are great.
God. Like, pretty much everything Eartha did, like, professionally, just some absolutely incredible stuff. But Yzma, I think, was...
Yzma was fun.
Just... Between her and Patrick Warburton's Kronk are just... It seemed like the people who worked on that one had a lot of fun with it.
All right, let's double check the orbs, and then do some math.
Yes. All right. Yes. Okay. The orbs are. Yeah. It was just this page that was messed up. That's very funny to me. Okay. So this is 0.
Yes.
-3, -7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is just 1 off.
You know, if I was a puzzle designer, I would make it 1 off just to get the people who automatically assume that that's a 0.
To do a base 0 system.
Yeah.
Still don't feel like I heard anything different, but let's go back downstairs and see. Nothing changed up here. Oh, wait, no. What's this thing? Yeah, it does have the pneumatic tube system.
Hmm.
Because I still don't know what this is supposed to, like... What, if anything, this
It's
is...
supposed to charge it up so it will actually function.
Right!
Wait, did we pull the lever?
Yeah, because those are the positions.
Mm.
I'm... Does it need to be in this position? That doesn't seem to make sense. This is my worst part about a puzzle game, where like I don't know if we've got it in the right thing and we're just missing another crank somewhere.
Yeah. Let's go back upstairs and very carefully look to our left and right.
Yeah, because there's also like knobs there. So that, because that really does seem like, because this thing coming down.
You know, just give ourselves a break. I want to go look at the rocket right now.
All right.
While we have this thing wired up.
Well, that's also a perfect opportunity for us to go to our break, which is also time to
I need
do.
a break.
Yeah.
Need a break.
We're going in circles at the moment, which is our standard start of stream stuff for Riven. So we've already learned some stuff, but right now
I'm having flashbacks to how frustrating this was the first time.
I mean,
I don't remember what the solution was.
that's how I kind of want this to be, because this is where it would be without you anyway. But now we get to do it as a duo. You can do what you want to do. Here in just a moment, we're gonna run some ads for a bit. We'll be back in just a few minutes' time, and we'll see if we can figure this out together. See y'all in a few.
I want chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay, that didn't do the thing. Stream Deck, why are you like this? Okay, now we're gonna run some ads. Hooray! Now it's working. Hooray! I love it when that does it. Let me do one quick thing because it's on our way to the spaceship. We did just learn one new thing, and this is just me wanting to confirm something on our way out. So we know that the things are supposed to go in order. Give me the notebook. There. Alright, so they go counterclockwise in the, well, sort of counterclockwise in largeness. Alright, so if this was boiler, then this should be, yes, okay. Oh, hang on. Okay, so then that's, we do have our blocks are pointing to the wrong islands. So that's blue, purple, orange. Let me just jot these down real quick. Blue, purple, orange. Red. And then that should be green. Yeah, green. Alright, so we've got blue, purple, orange, red, green. So yeah, okay, so we've got our orbs must be wrong. The blocks can't correspond to the shape of the islands.
Okay. So
Interesting.
what should we have instead?
Let's head to the mural, because that's the only other reference point we've got, I think, for these. It's that or the Century Island puzzle, I think, would be. Well, hang on, we've got that in here. This. Not that I see any clues on this other than like the split down the middle.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that doesn't really tell us anything. So yeah, let's head. There's a mural that has these on it, and that's the only other reference to them I know of.
Is that?
It's in one of the golden scarabs. Yeah. Don't remember which one it is, but it's in one of these guys. What you want to bet? It's the last one I picked. There. That doesn't tell us shit.
Yeah, I think that's just these are the patterns.
Yeah. Have we seen these symbols on the islands or in the eye orbs anywhere?
No.
I also didn't think so. Alright, let's check in.
Let's double check our orbs versus the circle that we've got here from the notebook. Like actually go up to.
Like in here?
Let's see if we can like cross compare what goes where. In case we've got like something just flipped.
So let me go back to. Guess there. Let me get the other version of this up, which is this guy. 1 second. So we got that one goes there. And then guy.
And then block.
Box. The big L. The big box. So it's, yeah. Let's just give you guys numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. There. And here, we essentially got one, 3, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Sorry, just giving, just for however well you guys can see that, making us little reference charts to cross-reference these points. So numbering them there, and then the wheel here, based on the shapes. All right. And then the colors based on what we have downstairs. I'm trying to think if it's one of those where like there's only one way that they can fit relative to each other, like a Sudoku.
I'm wondering if we have some of the colors assigned to the wrong islands.
Yeah, I think definitely. Oh no, no, sorry, we can't because the spinny eye orbs on those islands use the colors.
Then do we have the colors assigned to the wrong spinny orb?
We can go back and like meticulously check each one.
How did we work that one out in the first place?
So, in the secret basement on.
Okay.
I think I still got the
yeah,
screenshots
we've got
of those.
screenshots of those.
Yeah. So way down here, I think I opened on a bad one because that's the only one that doesn't have a color. But like that's the blue, so that's a color for blue.
Okay.
And then don't love this interface. That's yellow. That's the only one we haven't ever seen, which is essentially blue turned 90 degrees.
Okay.
Here's green, which is just an open circle with a dot in the middle, which is also the symbol on the island we're on right now, on the Temple Island. Let's see. This is orange, which is a horizontal line through the middle, which is Century Islands. That's the broken one. And then one of these is... I think this is the one, you can see the whale coming in. Because we click this one, and that summons the whale, which is the red one.
With the broken light. Okay.
And that's red. And then the other one is the one with the broken light, which, by process of elimination, because they're all combinatory colors, is purple. And that's also the matching symbol on Boiler Island, which is orange, but 90 degrees off.
All right.
We could figure any one of them out. We could get the rest. Which has me back to wondering if it's like, if the largest or the smallest is Temple Island because Gen's an egomaniac. Or the largest or the smallest block. Oh! What if it's what if it's this? What if it corresponds to the amount of power? Like the number of blocks
Worth a shot.
is based on the power draw.
So -3.
So -3 would be the second smallest, because
Yeah.
like -7 would be the very smallest. So
This doesn't feel right, but worth a shot.
let's see if it matches the
Yeah.
order. Will be the real tell. So -7. So this would be red, and then -3 sentry would be orange. Red, orange. Okay. Then would be 5 red, orange, green. No, it can't be that. Okay.
Let's actually cross-reference those circles to the one that we've currently got laid out here and see if there's just a simple swap or something going on here.
What do you mean?
So this circle is from the. Does this circle already match this circle?
So this is
Right, from the notebook.
yeah, this is that.
Have we cross-referenced that to what we currently have?
This is based on this. So like one
Right.
is that.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Then what is this?
This is the colors down below.
Can we compare these two to make sure they're the same?
No, because we don't know what order they're in. That's what I'm trying to match up. If I knew which one of any of these colors were, we could.
Let's check out the windows.
Yeah. So like I know what order the colors are in, but I don't know which. We no longer know which island any of these blocks is. That's what I just discovered. So we know that like this is green, and it points to the island
Here.
to temple, but we don't know which of these blocks is temple anymore. We thought it was here, but now we know because of the order of these and the note in the book that it can't be that.
Let's go through and see how many of those actually do match that assumption. The assumptions we've made.
Mm-hmm.
If there's just like 2 of them that are off,
Okay.
let's swap them.
Okay.
So if this is temple
Mhm.
and this is green,
Yep.
then this ought to be 5.
Right.
Okay. So
So then the next one in the circle should be here, which is currently red.
mhm.
So green, red, so far so good.
And what does red point to?
Jungle, which is correct.
Okay.
Like the colors to islands is correct. Okay, and so that's orange. That's Sentry. And then, hang on, where did I get screwed up? No, this is right. You were right. Hang on, where did I get screwed up? That's spoiler. No, okay, it is right. Then why isn't this working? Okay, never mind. Maybe I went around clockwise instead of counterclockwise. Okay, no, this is correct. All right.
What?
We were right the whole time. So that just confirms that we were right about which island shapes were which.
Okay.
So I don't know why this is... Okay, so I'm back to... Okay, let's go visit the spaceship.
Let's go visit the spaceship. Let's go visit the spaceship.
I'm losing my mind. This
Let's
game
go
is
visit
going
the
to destroy me.
spaceship.
I must have gone around in the wrong orientation, and I immediately was like, oh, those don't line up. And they did. And I just went around the wrong way. Okay. So, we saw... I think we saw Boiler Island and not this. We just saw a different steam vent thing in the notes.
Yeah. You know, we could try and brute force it.
111, 1111. Those? Damn.
Oh, no, not this. The orbs.
Permutations in a 5x5 grid?
just rotate colors around until something works.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would sooner Google it. Like if we're actually busto on this, then
Yeah,
at some
yeah.
point I'm just gonna surrender and Google it. But like, we've come so far. Ooh, hang on. Did we never? No, we did this. Does this mean anything? Like clearly,
it's the sound of suckage.
there's vacuum essentially underneath, right?
Yeah, that's what he said about that. That probably. Oh, that's probably the inside of the expanse thingy.
Right?
Because he said that it had a vacuum, like as to space.
Right, like as into space. Yeah.
So that view is actually into the spacey, starry expanse.
Right. And it has that look to it, which is also this thing, right? Where we keep seeing constellations like
Right.
appear, which is pretty. This game must have been infuriating back when it came out. It's pretty infuriating now. Well, you couldn't just Google it. Yes, exactly that. Pipe has a negative pressure. Yeah, that's coming to the same conclusion.
So this rocket may not
this
actually
at
be
all.
a rocket so much as a
Like a negative observer,
yeah
a
or
telescope
something.
pointing down into the core of the thing.
Into the whatever.
Into the space, yeah.
Yeah, the fissure.
This looks like a handle.
We just needed a man.
Yeah, I just wanted
Like 5 minutes.
give me something to click on. I've been assuming that we can't do anything with this, but maybe that's a bad assumption. It does look rusted to all fuck, so. Is there anything on you that's just blending in with the rest of you?
Shiny, but probably.
Yeah, I mean, it does have, like, a pipe leading straight to that thing.
Yeah.
Did we ever figure out where that pipe goes?
Yes, because there was the pipe upstairs in the third chamber.
Okay. Let's just launching stuff out over here. Losing my mind.
Okay. I think this one is not ready for us.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. It's clearly the thing in there, and the game, I think, thinks that we have all the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And I respectfully disagree. The dagger. Give me the dagger.
Nope, no dagger for
Let
you.
me stab you in with it.
This is a peaceful game in which we stab him with our mind.
Let me do that after I stab him with the dagger, and we'll see which gets
It'll
done
hurt more
first.
for him. Someone else was as smart or smarter than he was.
Yeah, that's fair. That's where the orbs came out of, yeah?
Yes.
Alright. Knobs over here. And these lit up,
Yes.
and then they put the orbs in.
Yes.
We don't, like, put our book...
Nope.
No. Not ready to surrender just yet. I'm thinking it real hard. It feels like that should be interactable. It's too far away.
Not charged up yet.
Yeah.
Because, like, his own description says the orbs come in, they've come in.
Yeah.
They're all frequencied up.
Yeah.
So it really is just the combination. We are missing something about this combination. And at this point, having figured out what the 0 point is, I don't think it's the frequencies. I do think it's the orbs.
You think it's the orbs?
Like, we could double check the frequency and make sure that we didn't miscount. But I do think it is the orbs.
Do. Just make sure I haven't missed a...
Alright. Assuming that these shapes are by shapes.
That's...
Which of these islands can be confused for another island? Jungle is... Jungle is the biggest one. Period. Jungle is green. Yeah. Jungle is there.
Well, and no, like, literally the thing that we just did downstairs, we just confirmed that you nailed it.
Okay.
Off the cuff. Like, from his own notebook, confirmed it. Like, literally all we had to do was confirm one of them, and then the rest of them around the circle in order are sequential. So, no, you no-scoped it. That's exactly what it was. So they're all correct. Now let me just make sure I haven't triple checking all my color symbols. So, yep, blue is prison, purple is boiler. So, blue, purple, orange, red, green. Just make sure that's what we've got. Make sure I haven't swapped a color again because now I'm paranoid. Take so long. Blue, purple, orange, red, green. Yeah, that's where they are. This is it. Unless it's somehow... There's no reason it would be reversed. There's no reason it would be reversed left, right, or up, down. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the same orientation it was on the island.
Yeah. Let's check that check that we haven't miscounted. Okay, so if 9 is our peak point.
Yeah. So 0, -1, -2, -3.
-4.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Help me. It's not a hey chat yet, although we're getting close. This is also driving me mad. Like, why are you here? Is that the button that will light up? Hey, Bob.
Actually, that might be a button that lights up. That would make sense.
Like, if that's the you got it right button?
Yeah.
Because that's the only other interactable up here, near as I can tell.
Yeah.
I know we've done this before. I'm gonna do just one quick walk down. Because last time we walked just all the way to...
Because we were looking at pretty things. Now we're looking for clues.
Well, no, I mean, last time I was also looking for clues, but I just didn't, like... I didn't look in the hallway. I was looking at the end. Now I'm pixel hunting. Just like in the seams where we've always found the switches we've missed before. It's like I was looking at this thing, and that's not it. I was looking at these things, and that's not it. This thing.
The tube.
Yeah. Just like an alarm or something up top. No. We were having fun. We were solving puzzles. We were making progress. Everything was going so well. Hi, Boiler Island. You're fine. I don't have any problems with you. Sentry, you're on notice.
Hey, slow down. Slow down. I want to look at the shapes of diamonds from up here. Yes, yeah.
No, again, like,
yeah.
Genuinely, once we had this, that 100% confirms this. Because yeah, once you had one of them, the order verifies the rest of it. Like I said, the the game does a really good job of having multiple vectors,
Mm-hmm.
so you can confirm stuff. They did it again, which is good. Is a very good thing. Until you run out of clues, and then you go absolutely mad. Because now you know you have nothing else to check. Else did you notice? That's right, Jasmine. Take a look at this pattern again. I just don't know what else it would be based on.
No, that like this is obviously what it's based on. It's just that we've got something wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and now I'm trying to be like, no, I think these are independent puzzles. I don't think they're. I don't
Mm-mm.
think this is giving
No.
us a clue on this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and.
And we are very certain on that one.
Yeah, yeah. Now that we went back and
Yeah, can we check the notebook for the frequency just to make sure that we are remembering it correct?
you mean on the numbers?
Yeah. No, the other thing that was beside that.
Other thing that was. Oh, you mean the this thing?
Yeah, that thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10 up from the left. Let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm pretty sure that that one is correct then.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're both correct, but obviously one of them isn't. I'm equally suspicious of both of them. I'm gonna drop this for just a second because I want to watch the how the orientation changes, just to make sure. No, because even when it's lying down, that's the same. The islands are laid flat like that. There's nothing to interact with over. Let me
Yeah,
go
it's
forward.
got to be the orbs. It's got to be the orbs.
I mean, I guess.
All right. So earlier today we had blue and purple swapped.
Mm-hmm.
If one of these orbs is out of order,
Mm-hmm.
the blue or the purple are probably going to be part of it. Is my thought.
Mm-hmm.
We are very certain on red.
I mean, we've got those like right down here. So that's the empty one. All right. So if we're thinking that that might be purple instead.
Yeah.
Oh no!
What?
Wait, that's lit up. That's blue. All right. And that's red, so that's purple in between it. So that's blue, literally blue lit up right there.
Yeah.
And we know that's red, so that has to be purple. Because that's green.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the yellow that isn't used. So yeah, that's definitely purple. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Okay, just on a fucking lark.
Yeah.
I want to switch the orbs of this two and this two. Of the L-shaped one and the thumb. Let's just try it.
So
The L-shaped one is
green and purple.
and purple.
And that there, and that there.
Yeah. It's just.
Desmond, what's the matter, sweetie? Oh, there you go. Right?
Okay.
Can we go back down, or?
I think it would react louder.
Yeah, we have actually gotten like victory music a lot of the times lately that
Yeah.
we've had like big revelations. Yeah. I'm so confused. We could go back to Century Island and just like take another peek at the actual elevator puzzle and see if something's changed.
I don't think anything would have.
It
That just
would.
seems like a stretch.
I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall because clearly this isn't doing it.
Because, like, I was swapping those in case we had somehow genuinely, like, inverted some colors.
Okay, listen, I got these backwards earlier today. Let's just flunge.
Yeah?
What do we think that this machine is supposed to do when it's right? I think it's supposed to take the power of the fire orbs and use it to feed power to the book so that we can get to the outpost where Gen is at. Okay, I'm glad that wasn't it. If that had been it, I would have been upset with myself. These are in the right spot. Back to where are we at? This guy. So this says strike force compensation.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, it can't be that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the
No, I was just thinking like if it's the strike force compensation, what if it's like we should put it to the negative because he's having, but we can't pass them past each other, so like they have to be
yeah.
Never mind.
The top one I am very certain is right at this point.
Yeah.
Um.
Like literally the order of them and the fact that they can't pass each other reinforces that. Yeah. So yeah, it has to be.
My biggest worry is that we got colors to the wrong islands and we don't know how.
But again, everything.
Yeah, I know.
Literally reinforced. Like
know.
yeah.
I know.
All right, let's head back downstairs. We have the symbols for the colors literally in the notebook, so we know that that is correct. So let's make sure that we have the symbols for the right islands. So we know that that's Temple Island, because it's literally... So, let's just make sure.
That's yellow.
That looks green to me, because, like, yellow was... Oh, wait, here's green. There's green. Yeah. See, the thing that I hate about this is that all of these, to me, look like they have little scratches on them. So, like, that, could be just a circle with a dot in it. But at the same time, this was the first one of these that I activated, and we know that it was just a circle with a dot in it because I no-scoped it.
Okay. Circle, dot. Let me get the rest of these.
I like how 90s the Riven puzzles are. They certainly are that. And I do appreciate that Riven and Mist puzzles, unlike, say, a Monkey Island game, sorry, are of a different kind of like there's a different difficulty here than like a Moon Logic puzzle.
Okay, I'm gonna draw these bigger. All right. Circle with a dot.
I do there. Will that help?
Green. I'm gonna put all of them on the same page so we're not flipping anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is circle. Is that dot and then arcs?
It's hard to like. Yeah, maybe we should go back to the thing because it's really hard to read on this thing for me.
Yeah.
Let me hang on. Let me if we get to the next one over. Yeah, so this was yellow, which I think is the like
Yeah. Sideways eyeball.
horizontal oval with a dot in the middle. Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Get to orange, which was just a horizontal line.
Yep.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blue. Oh, good. This one's actually clear as day all around. Okay, I'll just leave it on this one.
Blue. Okay, so that should be green. That's blue.
Blue.
That one's orange. That one's complicated.
Oh, so there, right, orange is up there. Yellow, green, blue. So purple is the vertical.
We have 6.
And then that would be red, which is a horizontal thing with a line instead of a dot.
Okay. Like I said, I'm actually going to put all of this information
on one page.
On one page.
Right. So
directly from the source.
So now that we have the symbols, so that's green is temple. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Believe that's red.
Let's check through. Yes, it's red.
And that's definitely jungle because we can see the trees.
Okay.
Right. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't want to move on until you let me know. All right.
Orange.
Okay.
Sentry.
Right.
Okay.
Should be purple.
Mm-hmm. Boiler.
Mm-hmm. Should be blue.
Mm-hmm.
And we assume Prison Island?
Okay.
You can kind of see the broken stuff, so.
Yeah. And
Just gonna go back around to make sure. Green. He doesn't have a 6th. There's no yellow.
okay. So let's compare that to the paper. Okay, so green is...
So then if green was there,
then the next should be jungle. Other way.
there.
And then the next should be sentry.
No, that's boiler. Okay, so then this was what I was messing up. All right. Aha! Wait. It is this thing. Okay. Yeah, so it goes square, tiny block, weird block, big block, L, going around clockwise from noon.
Okay.
That was my. Uh,
All right.
so based on our original thought, it was like sentry, prison, boiler, jungle, temple, which would have been orange, blue, purple, red, green.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Which
that.
um I'm sorry. Can we go back to that
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
just let me
yeah,
look at it?
yeah. Oop, nah.
Okay. So I'm actually going to start from jungle. That's the one that we know for sure. To have jungle in the 1 position. And going to the 5 position is either temple or sentry. It's not sentry. So sentry may be off. We skip 2. We assume that 2 is off. 3. Okay. Becomes either prison or sentry. And 4 position. Okay. 1, and that's 5. Mm.
Yeah, so you see what I was saying? We
Okay.
we might be able to actually intuit this because one of these pathways has a door out. So, and I don't know if this is an assumption to make, but if this is the walkway out opposite the 4 block, then we might know the orientation of this because it's not an even 5-pointed star.
Yeah. This sequence isn't matching to that
That's
sequence.
what, yeah, that's what threw
Yeah,
me
that
off when I came
pattern isn't
downstairs.
matching what's down there.
Yeah.
Um okay. And then the numbers. Purple
Yeah, yes, that's the only one.
13.
Okay.
Green is 12. Jungle is 7.
All right, if that's.
Wait, hang,
Wait, hang on, hang on.
how do I have purple as boiler?
The purple is boiler.
Then why is purple in the prison or the
Purple's that one. It's right next to prison, but it's
Right. Okay. All right. Because clearly I have problems with this.
yeah. I have a theory once you're done working through your thing. I think his base 5 stuff might have just fucked him over.
And purple. Okay. Can we? Are these numbers correct?
Okay, look.
Wait.
Because we corrected those.
Can we
Right.
go back to the
To this.
God, this is making my head hurt. Okay, so blue is 13. Prison, that's what that is. That's not purple, that's prison.
Yeah, sorry.
That's jungle. Is that negative?
M is main, which is temple. Because I didn't know it was called Temple Island.
Means boiler's 12. And century is like 3. Okay. We double check. This is wrong.
So blue should be 12. Purple is 13.
Can we check the light up thing that we did? The frequencies. Take a picture
The
of
ones
it.
up top?
Yeah, the ones up top. I'm just making sure that this is wrong and because we figured out this was inverted, but didn't know that.
Well, actually, I updated it. So,
Okay.
purple is 13.
All right. Because I copied everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for some reason, this one is actually wrong compared to this one. Okay. So, purple.
Blue is 12. Yep. Purple is 13. Green is 5.
Mm-hmm.
Orange is negative 3.
Red
is negative 7. Okay. Alright, so here's my theory. I actually think this might be a fixed orientation, with this being the walkway out.
Okay.
And that tells us which islands correspond to which colors. Because this one is where green is at. So this is Temple Island.
So, Temple green.
I think you were spot on that just by luck. I think this is jungle.
So it should still be red?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that means this one is Sentry? We can hop downstairs and check.
Okay.
This one's Boiler. And I think this one's still Prison.
So, blue, purple. How is this? Is this not what we have?
No, not at all. So let me hop down and just double check.
No, I mean like literally in the thing right now.
No, so So I had this one as L,
Yeah.
and it's not. So I think, based on this, I think green goes in this position, which is way up in the top right. Right now, I've got it way down at the bottom.
Okay. I'm up for trying it.
Let me just make sure I've got. So that one's jungle. I remember that. Can't remember if I've got sentry and boiler in the right. I think that's sentry. Yes. Okay. Sentry, boiler. And then that's got to be prison. Yes. Okay. All right.
So based on this, the ones that we're swapping out are.
So jungle and prison are correct. And basically everything else is wrong. All right.
Okay, I think this is just a different way of approaching the same thing that I was doing.
So you stay there. You stay there. You are going to end up. You're going to end up here. You just.
If they're all wrong, then yellow can't stay where it is.
No.
So we just rotate it.
Yeah, I think we were rotating this one around. So, right. So green is going to be ending up there, and yes, you're going to be down here. You're going to be over there. I think.
Oh, I see what you're doing. It's Oh God, it's matrix math.
Yeah.
It's transposing.
Yeah.
One set of numbers to another set of numbers to another set of numbers. How
Yeah.
did they expect anyone to solve this? Okay, clearly we did. But
Yeah. And now is the point on
Pull the trigger.
Sprockets when I
Pull
cry.
the trigger. Just pull the trigger.
What trigger?
Pull the trigger.
That is the trigger. I pulled it already. I can press the button and go down.
Yeah.
That's not it. I don't know what else to do. I just assumed that was it. Otherwise, I don't know how to tell which island goes with which symbol, because if it's not on the mural, it's not in the journal. I didn't see those symbols anywhere else.
We are starting an ad break in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless we want to start that a little early. Give ourselves a moment.
We might go to an
Have a
ad break
moment.
and have just a serious conversation if this is the end of our unassisted Riven run. Because we've certainly got as far in this as I got in Mist on my own. So if this is the point where we look at it and go, you know what? We may at least do like a hey chat before we just straight up go to the internet. But I think I've hit the end of my, not rope, but I don't have any other theories at this point other than
Honestly,
scouring the island.
I am genuinely not above actually just rotating a couple of boards until we get it right.
Yeah, brute forcing it. We have a few other. Assuming it's in this configuration, we can just try every other color combination in here. Yeah.
Almost certainly in this configuration.
Yeah. You know what? We've got a few
Let's
minutes.
slip the blue and the green, the blue and the purple.
Blue and purple. Okay.
Fuck it, why not? It's pretty colors.
It's pretty colors.
And those are the two islands that are both squarish.
Mm-hmm. Nope. No. All right. We're clearly brain drained. We've spent this entire stream staring at this one puzzle, and I went from confident I knew exactly what we were missing to questioning everything in my life.
Swap the blue and green.
So we're gonna well, I'm gonna hit this button, and then we're gonna go to our ad break. And when we come back, we'll have made a decision on exactly how we're proceeding with Riven from here. That's worth a shot. And we won't try any more combinations during the break, but that's about as much as I can promise at the moment. Listen, you might need a break yourselves. I imagine this can probably be stressful even on a second or third hand basis. So do what you need to do. Get up, stretch, grab a
Green.
drink, take care of yourselves.
Green and purple? Green and purple.
Green and purple? Okay. One last one. We got a couple more minutes before the auto ads start. We'll just one last one for the road. But yeah, as I was saying, do what you need to do in just a moment here. We'll step away, run some more ads, and then when we come back, refreshed and rejuvenated, we'll decide. Nope. Okay, we'll decide how we want to approach this final stretch of things, and go from there. Because listen, I don't care how we have to do it. Gen's not getting away with this, and that's all I have to say about that. All right, so. We'll just leave the pretty colors. We'll just leave the pretty colors right there. We'll go to our second ad break, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
I'm gonna make some hot chocolate.
That sounds like a wonderful
Would you
idea.
like some hot chocolate?
I would love some hot
I'm gonna
chocolate.
make some hot chocolate.
Y'all do what you need to do, and we'll see you in just a few. Be right back. So, and I know a lot of people know this already. Riven is kind of infamous, just in as a puzzle game, just in general. In as being like, I think I talked about this a little bit earlier, where like the difficulty in Riven as opposed to like some like Sierra games, kind of puzzle games, is not like artificial. It's just kind of an ass kicker of of a puzzle game. And that's why I just didn't even consider approaching it, because I get my butt kicked plenty in the shallow end of puzzle games. So I didn't really like need this one. Thank you so much. To kick my butt. And so I honestly, the fact that we've been I wouldn't say cruising, but I feel like we've done really, really well.
We have. And I genuinely think it's like I think what may actually be happening is what would usually happen in like when I took like linear algebra and stuff.
Uh-huh.
If you make one mistake at the very first step,
Mm-hmm.
but you follow the logic all the way through.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, unlike at least the good math teachers that would give you partial credit for that.
Or like if we were showing our work, the fact that we maybe swapped out an operator early on in our work,
Right.
A good teacher would see that and go, "Oh, okay, you clearly know how all of this works. You just you missed a plus for a minus somewhere
Right.
along the way."
Like,
But
I once got almost entirely full credit for a physics question by coming to the conclusion at the end. According to this, the elephant is traveling faster than light. I have done something wrong. I do not know where.
Right. But you knew that
But I knew it was wrong.
and you knew how dramatically, and like that should count for something. But obviously, a video game, particularly in the '90s, doesn't know how to understand the logic. It just knows the final answer. Um, so you're thinking that like somewhere early on in our logic, something is off.
Yeah. Which is why I wanted to put all the numbers on the same page.
Oh, absolutely. Like I appreciate the thoroughness of going back and like, do we have the colors correct? Do we have the shapes? That's why I wanted to go down when I realized that we had the shapes associated with the wrong islands. It was like, "Oh, that must be it." No, that also was not it, which is
Yeah. It's transmuting the shapes.
Yeah.
Or the it's a giant decoder ring is what we're standing in.
It's exactly what we're standing in. Yeah. Um, yeah. So, hmm. Hmm. Well, uh, at this point, I'm thinking of invoking the rule of hey chat. What do you think? Do you have any other things that you wanted to try? We've cycled through most of the brute forcing arrangements,
We have.
assuming that we want to stick with this configuration, which is the only configuration that makes sense to me. There is one other thing, I guess, that just occurred to me literally in this second.
Mm-hmm.
So in the nowhere space where we were firing the lasers, we tried to fire another laser that didn't work.
Yeah.
There has been a thing that's just like a shining object that's just floating through.
Pretty sure that's unrelated.
Okay. All right. Because I was just thinking that like we have all of those expanding and retracting walkways that we noticed that we could retract again.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we can get to all of them and also rotate the center, if we think that like we could get to that shiny object, could we plug it into this socket here? Because it looks like more like a socket than a button.
No.
No? Okay.
That doesn't feel right.
All right, that's fair. Spherical cows on an infinite frictionless plane. I love that. Consider a perfectly spherical chicken in a vacuum. Physics problems. But yeah, while you're thinking on that, as I was discussing during our break, that more or less before we just Google it, I know that many of y'all have seen at least a couple of these streams, or may have theories of yourself, or may have played Riven. I don't know. And I would prefer to ask y'all if you have any theories or things that you're interested in trying before we just send it out to the internet at large. So yeah, let me formally invoke, hey chat, do y'all have any theories or ideas or configurations you want us to try?
Help us.
And if not, don't feel any pressure, but just we want to give you all the thought before I start just honestly looking this up, because I feel jammed up and stuck. And I'm happy it took us this long to get there, because I really expected it to happen way sooner.
Like I do think on some level it is that we
made a core assumption early on.
Right.
Yeah.
But damned if I know what it is.
How we determined where 0 was on the upper display. So on the in Gen's laboratory, here it is.
That thing.
There is a sample fire rock that we got.
Right.
That we cracked open and then put in the thing, and it's the only other version of this kind of identical meter that we had.
Right.
And this is the only point on that meter
that lit up,
where when pressing the button it goes to green and it lights up.
Now, combine that with Gen's journal where he described this is the frequency that will hit and light the fire marbles, but I had to split it into 5 and then reassemble them.
Right. He seems to suggest that the like literally this note you can kind of see in the corner of the screenshot. So this frequency, or this seems to suggest that this is the frequency that he's going for. And then that in his journals he mentions that he had to split it up. And then this note has the what seems to be the different values, and we've translated these different numbers, and the hopefully plus and minus still means the same thing, and we know that these correspond to the different islands that they're coming from.
Okay, so actually, let's check that these are the correct numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So top one, purple, and in fact, actually, the since the slides don't go back and forth, we know that there is a certain order.
Mm-hmm.
So purple must be the biggest number.
Mm-hmm.
Red must be the smallest number.
Yeah. So let me catch up on chat here since we have invoked the Hey Chat rule. Just been listening to your voices. I don't have any idea where you are or what you're doing. Bad Road, I appreciate you, and I respect that. Someone who is
we are at the grid puzzle. It is awful.
As someone who is a lifelong lurker, I respect that very much. Try brute forcing the puzzle. There's only 53,130 combinations for this one.
Actually, 25. We're pretty sure on the positions.
Oh, that's yeah. The being pretty sure on the positions. I mean, I feel like we were pretty sure on a lot of things. So yeah.
Mm.
Taking you downstairs audio only to get the hot chocolate. Oh, there you go. All right. So based on our assumptions on the other thing that's infuriating is that at least 2 of these numbers we're guessing on, but they are the 2 largest numbers.
Then red is what? Curve line. Green is
the easiest because it's 5 and it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
It's green. I love that that's his centering number. Ass.
And then cross. Okay. All right. So
I've got the numbers. Yeah.
that's definitely 5. Yep, that's definitely 3.
Yeah.
And that's definitely 7.
Right. Those are the ones we have confirmation on.
So if vertical is 1 and
Yeah, so because we had seen that there and it seemed like the symbols rotate 90 every 5, I think was what I was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't green basically the middle of the visible spectrum? Kind of, yeah. It's also like it's the center of the island, or it's the central island, and it's the fact that it corresponds to 5. There's a lot of central symbolism with this one.
Tip 1, 2.
Yeah, I feel like if we've missed anything, the numbers, and specifically these 2 numbers, would make a lot of sense to me. We're currently on Temple Island, which is the central one. Oh, that's a good point. We're brute forcing the 2 rightmost discs. If we're confident of these 3, because we have exact references for those 3 numbers, we just start sliding these 2.
I mean, yeah.
Right? Because we kind of...
Maybe that 13... Okay, so hang on.
Yeah?
So we're going on that as 10 and 12 because we've got a curve at the bottom
Mm-hmm.
and a curve at the side,
Yeah.
which follows
It's a 2 and a 10.
a 2 and a
literally
10.
on top of each other, yeah.
If that is a 13 and we're following the same pattern, then it should be a curve
And a K.
and a K.
Right.
That is not what we have.
Which is not that. Yeah.
Let's take the 13 all the way up to like 15.
Just crank it all the way out. Which is actually like 16.
16. If it was a 6, then... Actually, what would it be if it was a 15? 15.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to reset the orbs on the assumption that if we had those correct and it's the numbers, I get these back. So those were correct, so... Oh, green. Okay, green's in the right place. Let's see. Jungle was red. This one was... This one was Sentry? Just orange. Okay, this is correct.
Yeah, let's just crank it all the way up.
This is... So I'm just making sure that I put this back where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right. That's triple checking. Red, and then that would have been orange. And then that's boiler. Yes, okay. No, these should be switched. Wait. Yes, square goes there. Okay. All right. All right, so right now it's at 16. And we can just... Oh my god! Oh!
Back to that math theory. When you make a core assumption, mother humper.
Sometimes all you need is some friends and to take a break and to get some hot chocolate.
It's
Thank
not
you for the
base
gay
10.
baboon. It's not based.
I don't think it's base 10.
Is it like a 6?
Bad road
No,
like
it's not a
into
6.
pet.
It's a...
That cat.
Where is Jasmine?
I think bad road means me.
Oh. Well earned. Thank you all so much for the, if nothing else, moral support.
Yes.
I was just explaining to a good friend of mine the rubber ducky
Oh,
concept.
mother humper. That's what it is.
Do you see it?
It's not a 3. It's a 15.
Because it's the 5 and a 3, but
So-
rotated?
This is a 10. That's a 2 rotated.
Uh-huh.
15 would be a 3 rotated.
Of course.
Which means
God
the 15
damn it.
plus a 1.
Yes. Oh, that's where she is. Oh, hi.
I also deserve pets for this, though.
Yes. I think, listen, pets are a non-limited resource.
I'm going to drink my hot chocolate.
That is, well, thanks everyone. Thanks,
Thank
Jasmine, for
you.
your... She's very confused about why she's getting pet. But that's all right.
But yeah, that's what it is. It's actually not...
That's
It
it.
doesn't
We had
fully
everything.
rotate around 10.
We actually,
Is this a base 25?
it's a 25-point scale.
Mother...
I mean, technically, it's a like, because it goes to negative. Huh,
Insane.
that's actually weird.
It's
Yeah.
a 25,
Yeah,
but
because it's 25 notches.
it's 25 notches. It's a base 25 number system.
Ah.
Who the fuck has that many fingers?
Oh, of course it's 25. It's 5 times 5.
5 times 5.
It's 5 times 5. What a jackass. Oh my god.
Because, yeah, it never occurred to me that, okay, for anyone who isn't here, who isn't familiar with number bases, it's the, 1, 9, 10,
Yeah.
which is just 1 plus,
Right.
etc., etc. I didn't even notice that our 10 was actually 2 in a different position.
Yeah.
So there's a positional and symbol base 25 because
A
if it was
square
base,
is a terrible base for a number system.
yeah, if it was actually base 10, then it should have been the 1
Yeah.
in a different position. That was at 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
And that-
not base 5.
And that was the thing that was throwing me off, is that like it's rotational and it's also like combinatory. Some of the numbers are two number symbols layered on top of each other.
Right.
Others are an earlier number rotated 90 degrees.
So you have 5, which is the numbers, the base numbers, and then 5, which is the position. So you have
This is
25.
like when a friend of mine tried to explain how Tolkien came up with like Elvish to me one time.
Look, he was
and
the linguist and a genius about it. He
and
was
I
just terrible at
dissociated
changing.
halfway through, and then I
Yeah.
woke up in a different county.
Oh,
Actual story.
Oh, was this actually the whole the P and B shapes and how they actually relate to the position of the tongue thing?
The like physical structure of the letters in the language, and yeah.
That's right. He actually put together phonetic pronunciation in Elvish.
Yeah. Hey, let's press this button.
Isn't it a good thing that the international community didn't use that for IPA?
Yeah. I'm gonna press this button.
But now I kind of want to make.
Yeah.
Oh, that was probably not a good button.
It was a railgun. Oh, we're going down. Sugar, we're going down swinging. Square is a terrible base for a numeric system. It increases semiotic complexity without giving you additional resolution on terminating decimal numbers.
You're right.
I didn't even think about that. Holy crap.
You're right. Also,
Ah.
we're all nerds.
We are all nerds, that's true. Oh, look at it. It's so pretty. Okay.
Touch it.
Let's go inside and kick his ass.
Save.
Saving. Listen, after all that, yes, we save. Pretty sure quick saved anyway, but after all that, we save.
Just
Man, how to make a puzzle feel like a final boss. Well done.
do not do this in your games at home.
Square is a terrible base for a number system. It's at least a somewhat decent base for a lamp, though.
International Pale Ale? God, I wish. No, International Pronunciation Alphabet, I believe is what it's for.
What do we think those mites are? Let's not ask questions. Button. Book. Bear. Bag. Again. Alright, buddy. I'm full of hot chocolate and rage. Guess which one you get.
Show them the...
Oh, the mug? The cage has finally failed. Break free of the confines of the Fifth Age. I'll wait and see if this is a cutscene before we go anywhere. Okay. Very appropriately, I think, to longtime viewers, it's the "you cannot kill me in a way that matters" mug.
Oh, it is a
Yeah,
cutscene.
I do see him. Yeah.
Come here,
Hey,
asshole.
jackass.
Hey, you want to buy a book?
I apologize for the cage.
Oh, good. He has a British accent.
I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen.
Oh, yes, you
I
have to
am
get your
Gant.
hands dirty.
I assume you've heard of
That's
me.
between the bars.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now. Not that my
Winkery
son would have
McWink
lied to
wink.
you about me. No, not Atris. It's just that... Well, I'm sure
I
he
don't
believes
really
me
care
to
about
still
what
be the
Atreus says.
depraved
You've got a
father I
lady in a
once was.
cage.
Did I read your own book?
Also,
Even tried to kill him once.
about the whole...
God, if I had
Keeping a lady in a
who knows what
cage.
I would have become. A great father indeed, who tries to murder his own
The
son.
Sky Manta Rays.
Thankfully,
Never
he
seen
trapped
those
me on
things
age
before.
5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions.
I see he has his own set of Dragon Balls.
That was 30 years ago. 30
He'll
years,
take his balls.
30 lifetimes, what does it matter?
I love you.
No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was.
True.
But I have changed.
Okay, reconciliation takes a lot more effort than this.
Be sure
That's
the
not how
deeds
this
of my
works.
past
He didn't say he changed for the better.
be atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one.
Which means you're not actually,
Oh, good. He's still getting high.
All a bit awkward.
Plancha.
It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another.
have you tried to
So
make
there
it
were
up to
people
them?
here.
Myself do
In
not trust
any
the
way
words of
whatsoever?
most men. So I don't expect you to believe me.
Have you tried planting a
In the end,
tree?
though, you may discover that I do have
No?
more than mere words to offer.
More than words. No, not a
And
fan.
back.
Beatrice's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven. Many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years. But according to my most recent measurements, it appears that
Stop walking out of frame, jackass.
age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish.
So you're
It's taken me a
relocating him
long
here?
time to do it,
Yeah,
but
that's what he's doing. He's
it
pulling an
appears that
Elon Musk.
finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions.
Instead of fixing the thing he broke,
Especially in,
just make a new thing that he controls entirely.
well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah?
That's how you say that.
In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with
Oh, my God.
rebellious tendencies. Before
Making me misreading your journal.
as they call themselves,
God!
had been relatively
Fast forward
harmless.
through this.
I mean,
Skip cutscene, skip cutscene.
fairly violent people by nature.
Authoritarian and bioessentialist.
I mean, those are fast friends.
In turn, however, their violence intensified considerably. It seems
Oh yeah, it's the
become
woman's
some
problem.
sort of religious savior to them.
We did see her standee.
Far
As
I can
opposed
tell,
to the
she's come
white
to
savior
believe
in
this
front of
herself.
us.
So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people.
How sad for you.
Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently,
yet
the
we have
lives of
learned-
all the people here.
Nothing.
Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her.
Buddy, I'm in a cage.
Atreus desires it. Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart. But he is completely unaware of her recent state.
You mean imprisoned?
Which brings me to the point.
Come a
of
little
all
bit
this.
closer.
Just grab it. Just
The link
with the
you
bars.
brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may,
Give
For
him the trap.
whom do you
Give him
fight?
the trap. Give him the trap. Yes. Go. Take it. Take it.
Enjoy. How very glib. Do you believe in Riven? It's not working.
Okay. Oh,
Are we free to move about the country? Don't. Don't appear to be able to interact with anything. Can I back up? No. Okay, there we go.
click on it. 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 Not you. Him.
Oh. It's like, you want me to go in there? Away!
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Fuck you.
perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
You know what? If we go, he follows, and people of Riven are actually. We should. Well, we did save.
We did.
You may need some time to decide. That is reasonable. 'Cause I can tell you something.
Give him the trap. Give him the trap. Give... Yes. Go. Take it. Take it. Take it. Do 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 it
Please understand, there is nothing I want more than a chance to resolve matters between Atris and myself, especially in light of what has become of Catherine. But unless you are willing to demonstrate to me that your intentions are honorable, I cannot risk it. The sanctuary
Oh
I've
yeah,
been writing
we're
for
the
Islanders
ones who
is
got
nearly complete. After all these years, it would be a shame if I were unable to finish it.
Yeah, that'd be fucking tragic, bud.
The work I am doing is quite demanding. Please don't signal me unless you've decided to use the book.
Okay, so we have a way out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it would actually end the game, but I'm also pretty sure it's not the only ending.
I appreciate Matterhorn saying, I think you can go through first, and it is an ending. Yeah, I got a very similar vibe, and I'm glad that tracks. All right, so just double check. Okay, we still have the other stuff. That's back. So we can just return. Doesn't seem like. Wait. Over there. Part of this that is different. I appreciate that we have the reach to get all the way out to there. Okay. What can we interact with? We cannot reach the Dragon Balls. Can't believe Atris got Reed Richards to do this.
Honestly, better Reed Richards than I feel like Dr. Doom would have had more style about it, honestly. Actually, no, Dr. Doom, if he'd been here, he wouldn't have actually let any of this happen, because he actually does protect his people.
Fair. So, do we think that we need to just go back and talk to Catherine, or is this a, like, we're supposed to break ourselves out of the cage situation?
Well, we have a save point.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we can go out that way, and that does seem to be the only thing that is actually interactable right now.
Yeah.
Looking directly to the left and right.
Because I see these things.
Like,
He mentioned only signal him, but I don't see a way to signal him.
unless hitting the book does that.
It just seems like it opens and closes
Not
it.
the other book.
Oh, this book? I think this takes us back to Riven, because I can actually see, like, Riven in it. So I think that just takes us back to the island. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see anything else out here. So we go, like, all the way back to Tay. Chat with them.
Or unless he meant the signal was actually back on the island.
Yeah. This stool being closer had me wondering if this was interactable. Doesn't seem to be. This pipe is here.
Spitty.
Didn't think the book was that thick when we handed it off. Alright, I'm just gonna to see what happens. Alright, if nothing else, we got to where Gen is. Which I feel like, you know, that was the thing that we were trying to do tonight. We did the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Hello. That's not where we left from. Huh. Okay. So it brings us back to his lab. I mean, the good news is I think this is... Is this slightly closer to the... to Catherine? I don't know. We can go from here to Sentry, and Sentry gets us to the nowhere place, which is the only way to get to Prison Island at the moment.
Yeah. Which reminds me, we still don't know what the sounds are for her.
No, because that's we were gonna get that from him. Oh, it's up at the top here. That's right. But yeah, I didn't see anything else to interact with.
But if we go to Century, we can also check out the lights, the cameras.
Yes.
See if there's been any change.
Let me in.
Yeah, Bad Road. Definitely, like, there has to be a targeted location, because this is not the first cage that we set up at the arrival point. Kind of makes you glad that that people tend to travel one at a time in these books, because can you imagine 5 people and, like, at some point that's just a clown car.
Well, and also, like, what's the telefragging situation
Yeah.
like in Linking books?
You know, setting up a cage might genuinely be a safety protocol.
Don't think that's why he does it.
No, he clearly has a fetish.
I was gonna say a thing that I forgot what it was. But like, yeah, the fact that the book that he has that comes back here goes to his lab makes a lot of sense. The cage is a customs checkpoint. Yeah, exactly.
Accidental commentary on the current state of Border Patrol.
But yeah, I figure if we talk to Catherine and that goes nowhere, then we can go to Tay next and see if they have any other details for us. Button. So, know this pattern by heart now. Well, I can't call it an unassisted run, but it is still a Google-free run, and I'm proud of that so far. Alright, so I think this was the camera side. Yes. Okay, so this is still the same thing. Is there anything...
Wow, you know what? This game predates both Homeland Security and Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Huh.
That's right, ICE is not that old.
No, it's really not. Spoiler. Sentry. I wonder how much these correspond. Oh! I wonder if these also correspond to the locations in the circle. So if this would have been the other way to figure out.
Maybe.
Alright, there's Catherine. Yeah, because that's... Yeah, I bet they do. And that's green.
Take a note of this if you're a GM, tabletop games, how many of these that we have completely skipped or misinterpreted. Yeah, that's how much you need to signal to your players if you're doing a puzzle. They can't tell what's on the other side of the screen. Just give them all the information you can.
Yeah. Alright.
Button, I want to see the whale.
I see the whale.
I also want to feed again to him.
I mean, yeah. Alright. Nothing has changed here.
Are there any side... Oh, we're
Okay.
already going up.
I honestly, on the way down, I also kind of poked my head around. And... There doesn't seem to be anything else down here but that. It's this way. Ba-do-ba-do-do-do-do-do. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-da-do-ba-do-ba-da. Eyeball. Ham. Nailed it. Let me in.
No.
Let me into the nowhere space.
Okay.
You will, though. Hang on. While you're here. Are we going backwards? We shouldn't do that.
Don't go backwards through a gate.
We go backwards through a gate.
You can absolutely like moonwalk, but you shouldn't go around the gate.
Right, yeah. Do not go through the gate anus. The gayness, if you will. I wouldn't. But you do what you want.
Get consent first, at least.
Consent is important.
Looks like you are down to the sludge at the top of the hot water village.
No, it's good. It's good chocolate sludge. Right, this is also another chance for me. Yeah, there it is. Hi, what are you?
This is Zippy Boy.
It sure is. Let's see, is it? It's this button. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Where'd it go?
I wonder if there is a yellow mark on here. If there's
I-
actually 6.
I went looking for one last time and didn't see it. But that's not to say that it isn't there and I just missed it. Alright. We're about to wrap, but before we do, wrap up for the night, that is. I'm not actually going to, like, bust into a verse. But, yeah, there it is. Okay, that does look like a fire thing doodle. Let me finish the thought I was having before I got distracted by shiny orb. Hello, Moth. Good to see you. Actually, no. Let's not do this. Let's not go to Camelot. This is a silly place. Let's just go ahead and wrap there instead. We'll pick up here next time at the start. And we'll go and check on Catherine on Prison Island. See if she has any updates for us.
Other markings that we don't have.
Look for
recognized.
honestly, we can probably count the tracks as well and just see if there's a 6th thing in here
Honestly,
somewhere.
I figure we just go one full rotation here.
Yeah.
Flip it over, one full rotation.
Yeah. All of this is for next time because clearly there's going to be more Riven. So next Monday we'll be back with more of this, and I'm no longer making any called shots. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Because now we know where Gen is. Unfortunately, there's a cage between us and him, and
I have also unfortunately unlocked one other memory from college, and there's a worse puzzle.
There's a worse puzzle. I hate it. I hate knowing that that's coming. I also hate knowing that we don't have a prompt to throw a book at him through the bars of the cage, even though it clearly would fit. We have 2 books left and 2 hands, and that's simple math. But we've had enough trouble with math tonight, so I think we're going to go ahead and call the stream there. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. I hope you had an okay time despite all of our struggles. Why would you do that to a book? You know what, Badro? That's an excellent point. That's a good counter argument, and I do accept it.
The books deserve better.
Books deserve better. Gen does not. More on that next week. We'll be back with more Riven next Monday, roughly 7 p.m. Eastern start time. In the meantime, though, check out the rest of our stream team at schedule.truck.community to see what everybody else is up to. We update that schedule every Sunday, morning roundabouts. with what the whole stream team is doing, with what they're streaming, on what days, at what times, links to everybody's channel, all in one convenient place. Next time you visit, again, bring rocks. You know, we have a whole cave full of rocks. We can just go get one and put it in the bag. That'll be, we'll call that Plan B for Big Rock.
Or a sock full of rocks.
Or a sock full of rocks. Listen, I like the way you both think. But that's all for us tonight.
Dimension 20 had a good advice on.
Yes. But nope, drop my brain. Thank you all so much again. Have a lovely night. Have a lovely week ahead. And if you're up for more cool stuff, assuming they're still going to be streaming, and I believe either Remy or September was going to be up to some such art. Let's see. Nope. Just on update, they are not going to be streaming, so we're not be sending any raid anywhere. So just have a lovely night and have a lovely week ahead, or don't. Listen, I'm not going to boss you around. You do what you want.
Go forth, kick ass, be good. Make sure you're registered to vote.
Make sure you're registered to vote. There we go. That one I will.
Have a plan for how you're going to get there to vote.
Also good. And yeah, all right, that's it. That's enough imperatives from us. And we'll hope to see you guys next time.
Hey.
Good night.